Sup nerds, today we have Gabumon versus Millith Loop. Brandon starts us off by hatching Wanya, evoing into Gabu, and then playing Matt. Ben hatches Gigimon or Gigimon, I'm not even sure how to say that. Activates Pertman Boost, Scorches top 4. Adds Creepymon. And then activates Wisdom Training, Scorches top 2, adds another Wisdom. Brandon promotes, gains memory and draws a card. Evos into Garu for 2, draws a card from Garu's effect. Swing Security, draws from Wanya, triggers Gabu, Scorches top 3, no targets. One check 5k, survives. Plays another Matt, sets Ben to 2. Ben activates Wisdom Training again. Digging for a rookie, unfortunately unable to find one so far. Activate or adds Glaive Memory Boost to hand. Pops Pertman Boost, goes to 2. Activates Glaive for no effect, choke Brandon to 1. Brandon hatches Wanya. Evos into Uko. Swing on him, draws from Wanya, triggers Gabu. Adds Gabumon. One check 5k. Survives. Activates another Mat. Sets Ben to 2. Activates Glaive for 3. Adds the Gabumon that was checked out of security. Brandon promotes, gains memory and hatches from Ukomon. Evos into Gabumon and raising. Swing on him, draws from Gabu, or Wandamon, sorry, and then triggers Gabumon. Whiffs again. Finally dies to a security check. Swing on him, draws from Wanya, survives. Activates Louis, promotes, gains 1 from Louis and 3 memory from the mats, draws 3 cards. Double Hammer Spark. Warps into Bond for 2 memory, or 3 memory. Trashes top 2, swings, unsuspends, and swings for lethal. So Gabumon does take game 1. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And if you're interested in the Gabumon deck profile, link will be in the pinned comment below. Alright, Ben chooses to go first for game 2. Hatches that guy. Plays Wisdom, Scorches top 2. Adds Miss Memory Boost. Brandon hatches Bukamon, Evos into Uko. Plays Matt for 3, Scorches, Whiff. Ben activates Wisdom. Adds the Gilmon, so he's actually going to be able to play this game. Brandon promotes, gains memory and hatches from Uko. Evos into Gabu. Swing on him, jamming. Survives. Plays Gabu for 3 to choke Ben to 1. Ben Evos into Gilmon. And plays Miss for 3, mills top 2, and draws a card. And sets Brandon to 2. Brandon promotes, gains memory and hatches from Uko. And he also should gain blocker and draw a card from Gabumon. And then he taps Matt to gain a memory. It's mandatory effects even if he forgot he has to do it. Evos into Garu for 2 and then gains memory back. Evos into Wear for 3. Swing on him, draws from Wanya, triggers Gabu, Scorches top 3, whiffs, and then unsuspends. Survives. Swings again. Survives. Swings. Survives. And swings. Survives. And activates Matt to set Ben to 3. He considered trying to choke Ben, but he has access to like 1 billion memory. So Ben promotes. Looking pretty hairy for Benjamin. Activates Glaive. Adds the Growlmon from trash. Pops Mist, goes to 2. Pops Wisdom, evos into Growlmon for 0. Growlmon deletes the Uko. Pops another Mist, goes to 4. Pops Training. Evos into Wargrowl for 1 memory. They both mill top 3 cards of their deck. And Ben plays back Gilmon. Pops Training. Evos into Lilith for 1 memory. Triggers her effect, adds 2 options back. Adds Double Training. Activates Wisdom for 2 and then gains 2 memory back from Lilith. Adds Jack Raid. Swings over the wear. It dies. And Evo's in room mode for 5. Good luck, have fun, enjoy playing the game. Brandon's board is minus 5k, so he cannot promote that Gabumon or it will just die. And right here is precisely the reason why if you are playing hybrids, I highly recommend the 6000 DP hybrids. That way if your opponent ruin modes you, you can still do stuff. Brandon doesn't have any of his hybrids in his hand this turn, but if he did, he could just kill Ben. So he hard plays Zudo, strips the level 4 and Tama out of the ruin mode, and then bounces the Gilmon back to hand. Ben hatches that guy. Eva's into Gilmon. Let me know how you're supposed to say that. Is it Gigimon or Gigimon? Alright. Ben swings with ruin mode. End of attack deletes itself. Deletes Zudo. Recovers. Minuses 5000 DP on Brandon's board again. And Ben gains from Mace Overflow. Activates Wisdom. Goes to 2. Adds Calling. Activates Calling for 1. Adds Lilith. And Ruin Mode. And activates Mist, mills 2, and draws 1. Sets Brandon to 2, and he's still minus 5k until the end of his turn, so he cannot promote. Well, he can. It would just die. He plays Louie, and doesn't trigger its effect. Sets Ben to 1. Alright, so Ben promotes. Pops Training. Eva's into Growl. They both mill top 2, or Black Growl, sorry. And then he can add a piece from his trash to his hand if he chooses. He adds Black Growl back from his trash. Pops Mist, goes to 3. Pops Training. To Evo into War Growl for 1. They both mill top 3. Then plays Gilmon back from trash for free, and it does gain Rush. Probably not going to be relevant, but it is part of its effect. Activates Jack Raid, gains 2 memory since he has 21 cards in trash. Evo's into Lilith for 3, triggers her effect, adds Jack Raid and Training. Activates Jack Raid, gains 2 from Jack Raid and 2 from Lilith. Activates Training for 2. Adds Black Growl to hand. And Eva's in Ruin Mode for 5. Sets Brandon to 2. Minus his 5k on his field yet again. Brandon Eva's in a Garu for 2 and raising. Eva's in a Garu X for 0. At least he'll be able to play the game next turn. If he gets a next turn. And then plays Matt. Sets Ben to 3. So Brandon has 17 cards left in his deck. Then pops Training. Eva's into Black Growl for 0. They both mill top 2 cards. He can add a piece back from his trash if he chooses. He's going to choose not to. Pops Glaive. Goes to 5. Eva's into War Growl for 3. They both mill top 3. Ben's deck is gone, so if he doesn't win this turn, he loses. He plays Gilmon back out from the Black Growl, or the War Growl effect. It does gain Rush. Effective Alice deletes Ruin Mode. It's Evo and a Creepymon for 0. Alright. Ben activates Jack Raid. Gains 3 memory. Activates Jack Raid. Gains 3 more memory. Fair and balanced. Evo's into Black Growl. Mills top 2. Evo's into War Growl. Mills top 3. Then Swing Security. Mills 9 more. And then 1 check at Really Swole. 20,000 DP, 1 check. And then just hard passes. Brandon has no cards to draw, so Ben does win. And forces a game 3. Alright, Brandon chooses to go first for game 3, obviously. Hatches 1. Evo's in a Gabu. Plays Matt for 3. Skirches. Adds Gabumon. Ben hatches that guy. Plays Wisdom. Adds Calling. Activates another Wisdom. Adds Black Growl to hand. Alright. Brandon promotes, swings, draws from Wanya, taps Matt to gain a memory. One check at 2k, dies. And then plays a Gabu, sets Ben to 1. Ben activates Perp Mimboost, Scourges top 4. Adds Gilmon. Brandon hatches Wanya. Eva's in a Gabu. Swang on him. Checks a Jack Raid, loses to memory. Sag. And plays a Mat, Scourges. Adds Gabumon and sets Ben to 3. Alright, Ben hard plays Gilmon for 3, goes to 0. Pops Training. Eva's in a Growlmon for 0, blows up the Gabumon. Pops another Training. Eva's in a War Growl for 1, they both mill top 3. And hits a Gilmon to play for free, feels good. Brandon's turn at 1, he promotes. Activates Hammer Spark, goes to 2. Eva's in a Garu for 2, triggers Garu, draws a card, taps double Mat, gains 2 memory. Eva's in a Zudo for 3, strips bottom 2 sources, and bounces the War Growl back to hand. Ben's turn at 1. I think I probably would have swung there and just hard played the Zudo. Because obviously, like, you need to kill him before he starts getting his engine online, or you're just not going to be able to play. Right, Ben activates Wisdom, Scourges top 2, adds Lilith. Chokes Brandon to 1. Brandon hatches Wanya. Eva's in a Gabu. Swang on him, draws 2, 1 from Wanya, 1 from Gabumon, gains 2 memory from double Mats. 8k, 1 check. Survives. Activates Foxfire, bounces Gilmon back to hand, sets Ben to 1. Ben evos Gilmon and Raising. Pops Perp Mimboost, goes to 3. Activates Rivals for 7, blows up the Zudo, and then Brandon loses 3 memory from Ace Overflow, so that chokes him to 1. Man, if those are BT6 mats, he probably have lethal here. I can't tell for sure if he has a Gabumon in his hand, but he probably does. Eva's in a Garu for 2, draws a card, then taps double Mat to gain 2 memory. He does have a Gabumon in his hand. So yeah, those are BT6 mats, you just win here. Swang on him, draws 1 from Wanya, survives. And plays Mat for 3, sets Ben to 2. See, if he'd swung on that turn that he evoed in a Zudo, Ben would be at 0 security. So Ben promotes, pops Training. Eva's into Black Growl for 0, they both mill top 2. Ben can add a piece from his trash to his hand if he wants. He Jack Raids for 1 memory. Evo's into War Growl, they both mill top 3. Plays Gilmon back from trash. Back to Valis, blows up the Gilmon. Evo's in a Lilith for 0. And then Gilmon gains a memory, and then Lilith triggers, he adds double Jack Raid to hand. And Jack Raids gains 1 memory from Jack Raid and 2 from Lilith. And he was in Ruin Mode for 5, minus his 5k on Brandon's field until the end of his turn. Get wrecked. Hatches Buka. Eva's in a Gabu. Brandon Ice Walls for 1. And Eva's in a Garu and Raising for 2 to set Ben to 2. Ben hatches. Eva's in a Gilmon. Swang on him. Loses 2 memory. Survives the check. Deletes himself. Recovers. He does get to trigger Black Growlmon's Inheritable if he wants to. So he's not going to. Passes on the effects. Minus his 5k on Brandon's field until the end of his turn yet again. Enjoy playing the game. Plays Jack Raid, gains 2, goes back to 2. And then activates Calling. Adds Lilith and Creepymon to hand. And activates Glaive for 3, adds Ruin Mode back to hand, sets Brandon to 2. And Brandon evos into Aware for 3 to set Ben to 1. Ben promotes. And Brandon has 8 cards left in deck, that is not good. Ben pops Memory Boost, goes to 3. Evo's in a Black Growl for 2, goes back to 1. They both mill top 2. Activates Jack Raid, gains 2 memory. Eva's in a War Growl for 3. They both mill top 3. Plays Gabumon back. It does gain Rush, like that's relevant, lol. And then activates Alice, deletes the Gabumon. Eva's in a Creepy. Swing Security, mills top 6. 1 check. Checks a Hammer Spark, and game. So Millith Loop does take the match 2-1, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.